301, 302. Oh, hi, neighbor. I didn't know you were there. Give me 1 second. Well, I hope you're having a great Saturday and excited you came by. Time for me to put on my shoes. Welcome to the neighborhood. So nice to see everybody. It's a beautiful Saturday, and I get to give you the church update of the week. Start off with something from the book of Ephesians, something we're going to study tomorrow. It says Ephesians 4, I therefore, a prisoner of the Lord, urge you to walk in a manner worthy of the calling to which you have been called, with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing with one another in love, eager to maintain the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. Tomorrow we're going to start a new series on the United Church, and that's going to be the passage we're going to be in. So I want to encourage you to read it tonight, Ephesians 1, really Ephesians 4, verses 1 through 6. And it's going to be a good series. Obviously, there's a lot of things going on in our world, and there's a lot of different responses to it. And it's going to be important that we stay united in Christ, in the bond of peace, united in the Spirit, is what Paul says. So that's my encouragement to you. And now I'm going to take you for a walk around my neighborhood and give you an update on For His Glory. Looks like some of the kids are home. They're wondering what I'm doing, and that's okay. So these videos are always such a great idea in theory, and then until you got to do them, and then they're not such a great idea. So, but in any case, it's my turn. I'm going to do this on one take. I'm probably going to forget things, but we'll see how far we get. So the Wee family, we have entered summer season for us. Katie Ann graduated. All the other kids have finished school also. And so we're excited about just another successful year of school. It was a good year, and we're all really looking forward to a couple months off and to enjoy. We have entered kind of that summer mode, and at the Wee House, that means a lot of playing, a lot of projects. We are building an outdoor pond, a lot of rearranging of rooms. One of the best things that we've done is kind of set up our... Well, I definitely couldn't do this in one take. I don't have the skill to do that. So as I was mentioning, all the projects that we've been doing as a family, one of the funnest has been to convert our front area where we park all of our cars so that people can come over and there's a table and chair, and it's kind of a makeshift little cafe, and just to spend time with people in flesh and blood. And you know, it's super great to see people on Zoom, and I hope you're joining that, but there is nothing like seeing people in flesh and blood. And so we've had a chance to do that a couple times this week, and just have really enjoyed that and looking forward to more of that. For the Wees, one of the things that you can be praying about is just that we make the most of our summer. You know, our kids are starting to grow up, and as I mentioned, Katie Ann has graduated from college, and soon more of our kids will be going down that path. And so we know that these are precious times, and so we want to make the most of them. And so you could just pray that we have meaningful, quality time as a family this summer. You can also be praying for us, and I keep saying this, sharing it with people, it's like we need a lot of wisdom. I think both for Julie and I, we have some decisions to make for our family. We want to make the right decisions, obviously for the church and for my work. A lot of lives are impacted, and so we continue to seek just the wisdom of God to lead us in these decisions. We want to do what's right, and we need His help to do that. But all in all, the Wees are doing really good, enjoying our time, and thankful for all of God's blessings that He has continues to pour into our life. This week, I also want to highlight a family in the church. And so, we went from the A's, Andersons, to the B, Buskies. And next family in our church that are members are the Cants. So Enrique and Cindy Cant with Ezekiel and Esther. And, so blessed by who they are. Obviously, the many ways in which they serve the body, especially in leading worship, the heart for the people in our body, so thankful for that. But just such a wonderful young couple raising young children, and it's a busy season for them. Enrique, some of you have been praying for him to get a job or to find a replacement job, and he got it. He started this week. It's 1 week in. He is a project manager of a company, a small company that sounds like they're doing some really good stuff. And so he has great opportunities to make a big impact there. So that's a definitely answer to prayer. So thank you for praying for them. And I know Enrique and Cindy really appreciate that. Cindy is working full-time, and so that keeps her busy, kind of on the front lines in some sense, at a kidney clinic. And so lots of stress, obviously, with COVID, lots of work, lots of hours. And then, of course, they're raising 2 young children, Ezekiel and Esther. And, life raising young children, the best way to say it is it's a season. There's happy moments, there's stressful moments, there are hard moments. And I think that they're experiencing all of those things, the plethora of them. And so we can be praying for them. That there's calm in the house and peace. We can pray that, the Lord gives Enrique and Cindy wisdom as they parent their children. And I love that. I had a chance to talk to them today just to hear how we can be praying for them and to hear their hearts for their kids, to raise them up in a home that is filled with love, filled with stability. And, they're crying out for wisdom to know, how to do that and continue to do that to the best of their ability. And so we can stand for them in prayer during this time. We can also be praying for Ezekiel and Esther as they continue to grow and, just form that brother-sister relationship. I know that means a lot for Enrique and Cindy. So let's continue to lift them up and stand with this family. Updates on the church. As you know, we have this strategy for regathering in June. We will continue to meet online. In July, we will meet in person outside. And then in August, we will meet in person inside. And so that was a plan we laid out. We are still on that path, and we'll share a little bit more about that tomorrow, but just wanted to let you know we're still headed down that. We have a good committee of people or a good group of people that have signed up to help us kind of step through that implementation. We're really wanting to make sure that we do the best that we can and when we gather to be safe. So this group will really help us to do that. Lastly, and I'm running out of breath here. Lastly, I would say tomorrow Well, I'm in Joe's car and they had to come get me because I've been spending too much time on this video. I think the last thing I have to say is remember tomorrow we have a members meeting, 4:30 on Zoom. Lots of updates for you, so join us. It'll be a lot of fun, and that's all I got. Anyways, have a great night. Bye.